Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watching, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link to you down below. Has the links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there, follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I'll talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen, folks, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll be talking Jets. We'll be doing a live radio show, okay? We'll be talking about everything. The upcoming game, roster stuff, all that stuff, okay? I take live callers, call in. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. So with that said and done and put to the side, I come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets' upcoming game against the Buffalo Bills. Woo! Yes! All right, football is here. It's here. All right, and we are going to get to watch dudes go out there in green and white and handle business. Some boys about to go out there and they about to do their thing. All right, and I'm fired up about it. Okay. Now listen, it's going to be on Monday night. It's going to be at MetLife. That place is going to be ruckus. Man, I can hear the Jets chants right now. Jets, 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 Jets. I can hear it now. It is going to be crazy and loud in there, all right? So we're going to do a breakdown of the game. I want you folks to comment down below. Give me your thoughts as I give you my thoughts on what I think, we're going to see here. So first, we're going to start with the New York Jets offense, okay? Man, now this is one of the big question marks. Can the Jets offense get rolling, get hot early, put some points up? We know that we struggled with that last season, right? That was the big Achilles heel for the Jets. The Jets offense couldn't complete drives, couldn't keep drives going, couldn't put points on the board. Well, now we've brought in Aaron Rodgers, okay? That was the big acquisition. Of course, we made many acquisitions, but that was the biggest acquisition, was to bring Aaron Rodgers into the building. He's here. Nathaniel Hackett also, signed on along as well. He's our offensive coordinator. New here, but not new to the league, right? And we know that the system that we're running, Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett built together, okay? So they know it through and through. There's a handful of other guys on the team as well that know it, that this is not their first year in the system, but there's other guys that it is their first year. Guys like Garrett Wilson, CJ Uzama, various guys along our offensive line, Mecole Hardman. So these guys are still, learning as we're moving along, and we saw that throughout the offseason, right? So I want to see, hey, can the New York Jets offense get going, get hot early, put up points on the board, even with guys still, finding their way within the system? That's the big question. Because again, we're facing the Bills today, but we got other teams, down the line as well. And if we can't get rolling and get going hot, we're going to have some issues going forward. The other big question on the Jets offense as well, Jets offensive line, can they properly protect Aaron Rodgers? Because the Bills bring the heat, man. They bring the heat. And you got to keep in mind, this Jets offensive line hasn't played together all throughout, preseason. Nothing. Because Dwayne Brown was on the pup for so long, right? So now you got Mekhi Becton at right tackle. He's ready to go. That knee's looking good. He's building strength. He's shown people that he's ready. He's ready physically and mentally. He is ready to absolutely show the league what time it is. There's other questions as well, though, right? You look at a guy like Laken Tomlinson. Laken Tomlinson was not very good last season. He wasn't. All right. Can he get things together? Can he show people that he's going to turn things around? Connor McGovern as well. Wasn't very good last season either. Can he get it together? Can he show people, yeah, I can stand stout at center? There's big questions up there. And again, we getting Dwayne Brown, who just basically came off the pup. Is he ready? Is he ready for the season? Last year, he was so-so, okay? Now, he did stand firm because he had that shoulder injury. He was a guy that was still out there with that shoulder injury, but still, he's got to show us that he can be a very solid tackle and protect, because the last thing you want to see happen, especially against the Buffalo Bills, is Aaron Rodgers running for his life. That's not what you want to happen, all right? Because these guys bring the heat. They got Rousseau, Floyd, Ed Oliver, who is, that's Ed Oliver, man. Daquan Jones, Milano as well. They bring pressure, and they also bring blitzes as well. They will try to overload you. So we have to watch that and be careful. Now, we know that Von Miller, he's on the pup. I think he misses the first 4 first 4 games of the season for them, but still, he was the little spice that they were adding on to something that was already hot already. Okay, that chili over there was already hot. They just put more jalapenos in there. So you gotta make sure that you keep your eyes on this Bills blitz, this Bills pass rush, and we've got to keep that in check, because if we don't, man, I'm telling you, they'll smash Aaron Rodgers. They'll try to destroy him, and that's the last thing that we want to see happening. Then you look at our wide receiver core: Garrett Wilson, Lazard, Mecole Hardman. They're going to be matched up with a tough secondary. All right, we know that White is over there. He's a good corner. Poyer is a really good safety. Hyde is a really good safety as well. He's dealing with some back issues, but from what everything we know, he's going to be out there. But they got a corner over there, Beneford. Okay, this guy Christian Beneford, he was a surprise to beat out a lot of the other corners to win that other spot on the other side of White. So this guy was a 2026 round pick. So he should absolutely be tested in this upcoming game. We need to make sure that we put this guy through the paces and see if he can actually cover it, because I think that he's the guy that's probably the weak link on the secondary, the weakest link on the secondary. But this Bills secondary is tough. It is tough, all right? But Benford is a guy I think we need to look at and test early and often. And I also think the Jets tight ends are going to have their opportunities too. CJ Uzama, Tyler Conklin, we might see Jeremy Ruckert as well. I feel like there's going to be some space out there that they'll be able to eat up if implemented properly within the offensive scheme. And I believe that they will implement the tight end position in the scheme. And I think that CJ and Tyler Conklin are really going to be able to eat up a lot of yards out there. Now, the other question I have for the Jets offense is, can they run the football effectively? All right. And the big question here comes because Breece Hall, just coming off the ACL, right? He's been cleared. We know that he was practicing, and he's been looking like nothing's wrong with him at all. Like, it looks like he wasn't even injured to begin with, ever. He's running, he's moving, he's cutting, he's doing it all. And from what we heard from Sulla, he's not even going to be on like a snap count kind of thing. They're just going to see what happens. So you got to wonder, are they going to give him the full load? Is he going to go back to being the bell cow back that he was before the ACL injury? Are they going to try to pace him to make sure that everything's good to go? It's big question marks. But Breece has looked really good so far. And like I said, he's looked like nothing happened to him. Then we also got Dalvin Cook in the building. Just in case you forgot he was a Jet, he is. And he's cleared as well, coming off that shoulder injury. He's had the surgery. He's going to be ready to go. It's going to be interesting to see how he's implemented into the game plan too. And I really, really think because of the pressure that's going to be brought with the Bills, and also because I feel like the Bills are going to try to key in on just shutting down Garrett Wilson. That's just, I just got a feeling that they're either going to try to double him or bracket him or something, where their focus offensively is going to be to stop Garrett Wilson and see if anyone else is just going to beat us. We're just going to see what's up. But this guy, Garrett Wilson, we're not going to let him go off. That's what I feel like their game plan is going to be. And I feel like with that game plan, the tight ends are going to be able to eat, but I also think the running backs coming out of the backfield, guys like, again, Dalvin Cook, especially another guy that I think is going to be quietly, has the opportunity to have a good game, Michael Carter, I feel like is going to be able to come out that backfield and be open in the flats. And I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to hit those guys and going to be able to move for some yards. So keep your eyes on that these backs coming out of the backfield are going to be able to make some big plays in the passing game. Now we go over to the Jets defense. Oh boy. Listen, this Jets pass rush got to get after Josh Allen. Got to get after Josh Allen, okay? But the big deal is two things. Do not overrun Josh Allen, because if you do, we know he's a guy that's mobile. He'll take off in a heartbeat and run down the field, no problem. And if you think you're just going to try to tackle this guy when he's out in the open running, he will drop his shoulder and run over a linebacker. We've seen it, no problems. He's a big dude. He's a big dude. He's a big oak tree just plodding down the field. And when he gets loose, and I'm telling you, he'll make things happen with his feet. So we've got to be very careful not to overrun him. Second thing, when you get to Josh Allen, wrap when you tackle. If you think you're going to just like grab his arm and he's going to fall, he's not like a lot of these other quarterbacks in the league, dude. He will shrug you off like nothing and keep going, right? He'll shrug you off, your little sack off, and then launch the football down the field. If you do not wrap when you tackle, when you get to him, you're going to have some problem. You're going to be on an ESPN highlight because this is what he does on a weekly basis. He's too darn big to try to lazily tackle. No, when you hit Josh Allen, you're hitting a grown man, and you need to wrap and make sure that you bring him down. Now, here's the deal about this. If you can get pressure on Josh Allen, he's shown, especially recently, to have a propensity to turn the football over. Okay? You pressure him into situations, he tends to make some kind of bonehead throws, and they turn into turnovers, interceptions. He also has a history of fumbling as well, so strip sacks is going to be there too. All right? So we've got to make sure that we get to him, and when we do, make sure you wrap up. Lawson, Q, Jermaine Johnson, who's been phenomenal, Huff, McDonald. I expect all of them to have a big impact in this game. JFM as well. I'm expecting some turnovers because I really think we'll get pressure on Josh Allen. Now, you look at their wide receiver position, Diggs and Davis as well, matched up with our secondary, Sauce and Reed. I think they'll get eliminated. Now, there's been some issues there with Stephon Diggs. I don't know what's going on, okay? I know at one point there was talks that he wanted to be traded, or he didn't even want to be a Bill anymore. There was issues between him and the franchise. There was a lot of rumors swirling around that he didn't like Josh Allen. All that stuff, okay, has been floating, all right? But guess what? From the looks of it, he's going to be out there, okay? He's going to be out there, and we got to make sure that we account for him because he is a big-time weapon. It's Stephon Diggs. Let's be serious. But I think that Sauce and Reed are going to be able to handle their business there. Now, where I do have big questions is with their tight end position, man. The New York Jets historically have issues covering tight ends. Now, Quincy Williams, C.J. Mosley, good backer, but Jamin Sherwood, this is going to be his first year starting. And there's still big questions about him and questions about if he's really going to be able to step up and be that backer that we need him to be on the other side of Quincy and Mosley, right? Now, keep in mind, the Bills' tight end position is decent. You know, they got Knox, who's a veteran guy to put things together, and they also got Dalton Kincaid. This young guy can put up he can do some things out there, all right? So we've got to watch for that. I think that Bills tight end situation, we've got to keep our eyes on that. I'm also looking at the Bills running game as well. Now, keep in mind, James Cook, Harris, Murray, these are guys that they hand the football off to. But I feel like the Jets front, Q and Al Woods and Quentin Jefferson, I feel like we'll be able to stop that and shut that down. They're not going to run the football, down our throats. That's just not what they're going to do here. We will absolutely shut that down. I'm not even really worried about that. Now, I want to keep in mind, too, I'm looking at the Jets special team situation. Gibson and Mecole Hardman could play big roles in this game as well because the kick return, punt return situation. They really have an ability to set us up with solid field position. That could be huge, okay? Especially, again, against a tough Buffalo Bills team. So, with all of that said, okay, I think this is a tough game for the Jets. But I feel like late in the fourth, we're going to be able to do some things and pull away. I'm taking the New York Jets to beat the Buffalo Bills 24-14. 24-14, I am taking the Jets, okay? I think it's a tough game, gritty game, but I feel like, in that late in the fourth that the Jets are going to be able to do some things, put up 10, and then pull away, all right? So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about this upcoming game, Jets-Bills? What are your thoughts about the Jets offense? How do you feel about it? What are your thoughts about the Jets defense? Do you think we'll be able to get after Josh Allen? Let me know. Comment down below. Can't wait to go back and forth. You folks have a good one. Peace.